Hey.
Oh, you fell, dude. Why'd you fall?
Okay.
Why'd you fall? Get up.
I'm gonna show you.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
After slamming the suspect to the ground, the officer can be heard continuing to taunt him as he places him in the back of the squad car.
What up? Yeah. Okay, I got you. All right.
You still trying?
I'll tell you. What are you doing? We have a seat in there.
After his supervisors reviewed the footage, Officer Tabisz was sent home and placed on administrative leave. On January 3rd, 2024, Officer Tabisz was charged with 2 counts of official misconduct and 2 counts of battery.
Kudos to police case study on YouTube. Let's break it down further. The Lake McHenry scanner wrote that the officer, Richard Tabisz, seen here, has been charged. Per the outlet, this all went down on December the 14th as officers responded to a call. The reason for it? A reported fight. They write, officers learned the suspect fled the scene after committing a domestic battery and violated an order of protection, according to Waukegan Deputy Police Chief Scott Chaston. Officers provided the suspect's description over the radio, and other officers located the suspect and placed him into custody. WaukeganIL.gov also put in a write-up, upon apprehension, the suspect was placed under arrest and was placed in Officer Richard Tabisz's custody for transport to the station for processing, as Officer Tabisz's squad car was better equipped to transport the suspect. Between handing off of the suspect to Officer Tabisz and his placement in the car, the officer was observed yanking the suspect to the ground after the suspect stopped walking. The suspect's head then hit the ground, and he sustained a minor, well, they're calling it a minor injury, we don't know that, for which he was treated and released at an area hospital. The suspect was subsequently charged with multiple charges of domestic battery and was held for his first court appearance. The next paragraph reads, Waukegan Police Department supervisory personnel were made aware soon after the incident of Officer Tabisz's actions toward the suspect by other officers at the scene and immediately reviewed the body-worn camera footage. After reviewing it, the officer was sent home and was placed on administrative leave. The next morning, the Waukegan Police Department would bring a case to the Lake County State's Attorney's Office for a review and investigation. Officer Tabisz remained on administrative leave during this time. A few thoughts here. All right. First off, we must say that if the crimes that they say were committed are true, the person that got slammed should go to jail, obviously. Like, it goes without saying. That's a layup. What hurts the department's case, especially in the court of public opinion, is if you have someone who incriminated themselves by doing a crime, and you decide as a policeman, which we have seen over and over again, you decide that you're going to be judge, jury, and executioner. You're already winning at this point. You don't have to do anything. You have to do nothing. You have to do nothing in this instance. All you have to do is put him in your car and transport him. That's it. Instead, Officer Tabisz makes himself a part of the story, which does not help in the slightest. And now, from what we're seeing, this is a civil case that may go to trial. I don't know. But what I think the outcome is going to be is what we have seen throughout time as police departments have gone from in its infancy, the slave patrols, to where it is now. I think he will not work another day with the Waukegan Police Department. But like Brett Hankinson, who was out of a job in Lexington, Kentucky, and got picked up by Louisville's police department, it will happen with him as well. Because this sort of conduct is seen as justified if you wear a badge. There is this blue wall of silence that we have gone over. And I love hearing conservatives and liberals alike say, no, the problem is there's just bad apples. No, it's a rotten tree. It's a rotten tree. And if you want to argue that it should be torn down and built back up, we could potentially have that conversation. If you want to go in the form of abolition, we could have that conversation. But what I don't like seeing is, oh, I'm so glad they let him go, only for him to be picked up by another department where he could do this again. Because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you know how it goes. I find this stuff to be unreasonable. I will never meet anyone that someone like this, who throws another person to the ground and could have potentially suffered brain damage because of it, I have a hard time believing that that person is just somehow going to learn, especially when you look up what he has done previously. This is not his first instance. It will never be a first instance unless it is their first day on the job. That's the infancy of the role. So as I'm looking at this, I see big problems, humongous problems. And I'm curious to see if prosecutors decide to go forward with this case, because we have seen as well how many just choose not to. Whether it's the police unions doing stuff behind closed doors or behind the scenes, or if it is some sort of relationship that a prosecutor could have or a state's attorney could have with a certain department. I'm very curious to see what happens. But I don't think we're going to see anything come of it other than him be silently let go. Some time will pass where we could potentially pay his salary, the taxpayers, and then he will get picked up by another department. I am confident in that happening because I've seen it way too many times for it to not happen again.
We're in a time right now where the world is really, really bad and really dark, and people need empathy and help more than kind of ever, especially in our country. And I'd say if you have money, it would be great to use it for good things and maybe give it to some people that need it. And love you all, but there's a few people in here that have a lot more money than me. And if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? No hate, but yeah, give your money away, shorties. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Grammy-winning artist Billie Eilish called out billionaires like this.
Have you seen Mark Zuckerberg? The king of the tech bros. Every time I see a video of Zuckerberg's, he looks like he just spawned in some environment. It seems like he's auditioning to be a person every time he talks. Oh, hey there. I love breathing air and drinking sauce. You're an escaped animatronic from an amusement park. You freak, what is wrong with you? And now for PR, he's kind of cool now. They changed him for PR. He looks like he just downloaded a bunch of skills off of an app store. Jiu-jitsu skill downloaded. Smoked meat skill acquired. New skin unlocked. Human skin. Anyway. God, he's so creepy, dude. He always looks so wet.
Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, whose net worth has exceeded $224 billion.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
And this dude, Elon Musk, net worth approaching $500 billion. What gets me is the bootlickers, cuz.
Okay, listen. People don't appreciate the difference between a million and a billion. Okay, I did the calculations myself. A million seconds accounts for about a week and a half. Okay, a billion seconds is 32 years long. That's crazy. Okay, let's put this into further context. Okay, if you want to be a millionaire, I can give you $5,000 a day for 6 months, and you'd be a millionaire. If I give you $5,000 a day for 547 years, then you would be a billionaire.
The amount of people, mainly on the right, who are trashing Eilish cannot comprehend the difference in wealth. Billie herself is a multi-millionaire, then why is she keeping her money and not giving it away? No shade, but she's so pick-me, wrote one user who, I can confidently state, is an idiot. On top of her speech,
I also have the privilege of breaking a little news to all of you tonight, and thank you, Billie, for allowing me to do this. This is extraordinary. Billie Eilish will be donating proceeds from her Hit Me Hard and Soft tour to support organizations, projects, and voices dedicated to food equity, climate justice, reducing carbon pollution, and combating the climate crisis. That donation, ladies and gentlemen, will be $11.5 million. That's wonderful. Billie, on behalf of humans, thank you very much.
Yet it still was not enough for all of her critics.
Unpopular opinion on Billie Eilish. So I saw a comment earlier saying that her recent donation of $11 million is performative. It's performative because apparently she didn't give enough away. She's giving away 20% of her net worth. Like, what part of that is performative? And even if it was performative, she performed. I'm clapping at that performance. What do you mean? I think a lot of you just throw around that word performative to make yourselves feel better. Like, she's giving away $11 million. What are you doing? How are you performing? Sorry, but the last time I checked, you weren't even giving away £1 at the Tesco checkout aisle. You're not even hitting that 20p donation on the card machine. So, get out of here with that it's performative crap. Because maybe you should try performing.
Now some context. I needed to know who was in attendance, right? Mm-hmm. And here's what we know. A man named Mark Zuckerberg, who is worth $225 billion, was in the room. According to People magazine, he did not clap. When everyone else clapped, not Mark. He went, no. You don't punch down to billionaires. Which is, I really enjoy that detail. Now, there was another billionaire in the room, which is Star Wars creator George Lucas. But I've decided to leave him alone because what I will say is that last year he donated $4 billion. He was given some Disney contract and he took his $4 billion and something to do with education, and that is more money than the three of us combined have ever donated.
Via The Independent, it was revealed at the event that Eilish would be donating over $11 million from her global tour, Hit Me Hard and Soft, to charity organizations addressing climate change and food insecurity. Billie has long been an environmental activist known for championing sustainability along with her brother Phineas, who has written and produced her 3 best-selling studio albums. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/tytsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. There we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag. Football's become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Let's not beat around the bush about it.
Hey everyone, Governor Jeff Landry here tonight, wanting to thank the entire Turning Point family. Because tonight, unbelievable, over 1,500 people came to listen to Turning Point USA. Thank you, big shout out to LSU Turning Point. And so we're here on campus next to Mike the Tiger, and we're gonna put a challenge out to the LSU Board of Supervisors to find a place to put a statue of Charlie Kirk to defend the freedom of speech on college campuses. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can be the first campus to do it.
Remember this video from Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry?
First off, it's the second most ridiculous thing he said this week. The first was standing on campus and saying he wanted to put a statue up of somebody that doesn't represent the people of Louisiana, doesn't represent the players and the students at LSU, doesn't represent the executives that work there. That was the first dumb thing he said this week. This is the second dumbest, right? Amongst a lot of dumb things that he says.
And this response from former LSU player, ex-NFL safety, Super Bowl champ, and a man born and raised in Louisiana, ESPN football analyst Ryan Clark.
The first question is absolutely correct. We are not going down a failed path. And I wanted to tell you something. This is a pattern. The guy that's here now that wrote that contract cost Texas A&M $70-something million. Right now, we got a $53 million liability. We are not doing that again. And you know what? I believe that we're going to find a great coach. I mean, maybe we'll let President Trump pick it. He loves winners. You know? I'm not going to be picking the next coach. But I can promise you, we're going to pick a coach, and we're going to make sure that that coach is successful. And we're going to make sure that he's compensated properly. And we're going to put metrics on it. Because I'm tired of rewarding failure in this country.
The glazing from Landry to bat signal to MAGA that he will allow someone like the President of the United States to pick the next football coach at Louisiana State University is beyond pathetic, and Clark was quick to remind everyone.
To me, this is another situation of politicians poking their nose into things that they don't know about. And I honestly believe it was so he can get in front of a microphone and say, look at this connection I have to the president, and he likes to pick winners so he could placate to somebody he idolizes. You don't know nothing about football. There's enough going on in the state of Louisiana that needs to be fixed for its constituents. Well, I don't need you tweeting on Saturday night about what's going on in Tiger Stadium.
This dude has failed the state and knows squat about ball. That is all that Ryan Clark is saying.
There is too many issues happening right there under your nose that ain't got nothing to do with sports. Scott Woodard is a good man. Scott Woodard is a man that cares about LSU. In the greatest times, back in the day, he understood what it was like to be a part of a winner, and he's brought more winners back to the school. He didn't miss because Brian Kelly wasn't capable. He missed because Brian Kelly was no longer willing.
Nothing this man said is off base. Yet.
I looked up on Kayak today.
Yeah.
The direct one route ticket from Minneapolis to Mogadishu, and it was less than $3,000. So she can afford it on her congressional salary. So if she wants to go back there, go for it.
Schlubs like this dude, Ben Dominic, Meghan McCain's whipping boy, reacted to the former football player writing, and I quote, "In fairness, Ryan Clark balances this by also being a blank analyst. What should be noted is Dominic's history and how he's a bad faith commentator with no original thoughts. It would take only a few days and 6 posts of examination to conclude Dominic plagiarized his work when he was with the Washington Post. He continued playing victim even after getting caught."
Brian Kelly was no longer tapped in. Brian Kelly didn't care if the people of Louisiana cared about him, and he didn't care if the players knew that he cared about them. That's where it went wrong. Not in picking a man who was the winningest all-time coach in Notre Dame history. And so for me, it's emotional, clearly, and it pisses me off, but Scott Woodard deserves to pick the next head coach, and the governor should stay out of it.
Anyone who follows college football would agree with this, by the way.
All right, y'all, it's time to expose John Deere. As many of you know, we had a very big win recently with Tractor Supply where we got them to drop all their woke policies. Well, I regret to inform you that John Deere, another company that relies on conservative customers, has also gone woke.
Add Robbie Starbuck to the list of out-of-touch dupes who went after Ryan Clark. He would tweet an image of Stephen A. Smith with his arms folded and the accompanying caption reading, "All of us listening to this moron," via Rebecca Crosby of Popular Information. Starbuck unsuccessfully ran for Congress. He has promoted the racist Great Replacement theory, promoted wild claims about the purported dangers of the COVID-19 vaccine, and also pushed the false claim that there is cannibalism occurring in Haiti, stating that, quote, "the country is now effectively run by a warlord named Barbecue who has a cannibal gang, and has even suggested that toxic chemicals are causing children to identify as LGBTQ. This guy's nuts. The most hilarious reply I saw was from Sean Davis, who wrote above the video of Clark, "ESPN hates Christians." In the end, am I surprised? No, not in the slightest. I think what's rather obvious is how the same people with the same goals, those who do not believe in democracy, those who allow conspiracy theories to run rampant inside their pea-sized brains, are attacking Ryan Clark. You have people like Clay Travis, who according to Dave Portnoy is a former Obama voter, who sold out in order to make tons of money because he sees how easy it is to deceive the right wing. When he endorsed Donald Trump, not that it matters, his endorsement, but when he endorsed Donald Trump, he wrote, "I would never endorse a racist." You're an idiot. He went after Ryan Clark. And so did the usual suspects. So if you ever want to know what is the better side, the morally upstanding side to be on, look at those names that we identified in this piece and think, do I want to align with that person? It's the same as multinational corporations and billionaires going against Zoran Mamdani. Do I want to be on the side of billionaires, or do I want to be on the side of populism? The choice is yours. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, "Good night, Donald. Good night, Donald." Here we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke. I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag, footballs become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Like, let's not beat around the bush.